I almost forgot to unmute myself, but we're not doing that. I did that earlier today. So yeah, learn from my mistakes. But I'm back. It's day 40 and it's been a little minute. I can't lie. But life be life, and that's okay too. Um I of course was gonna try to get in a stream while baby boy was taking a nap. And he popped his eyes open as soon as I came in. But this, it is what it is. Uh, but yeah, I decided, well, hopefully it won't be too much of a difference from the viewing experience, but I'm trying a new setup today for my coding stream. So I do want to double check what the heck is going on and at least be able to here, let me swap. I want to see how it looks and then I want to get started. But today my goal was, it's been a little over a week, I think. Technically, I don't know how long it's been. It's been like maybe, well, we can see. Even though I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks, I want to say I hadn't done anything for 100 Days of Code since the 18th, I guess, 18th or 19th, somewhere around there. It wasn't supposed to be like a whole like 2 weeks for real. It was supposed to be like a week, but it's okay. Um, but yeah, even though I wasn't streaming for um a couple week like a week before that, I was still, doing my logs or whatever. So I wasn't really doing too much interesting. I mean, it was interesting, but not like, drastic. I basically was just spending some time doing research or reading some research, just so I would still be kind of pushing myself forward. But yeah, I'm back. Preacher, hello. let me know if anything sounds weird or if you can't hear me and if you can't hear the music as well, because yeah, this is like a whole different software that I'm using right now. So we'll see. But this is not so bad. I don't think you'll be able to see like any notification. I'm not notifications, but like alerts. But that's okay. But I can do this. So that's something. But yeah, just let me know. I'll probably let baby boy get out and play because he really sleepy. That's the crazy part. He just went to bed. He needs to go back to sleep, but we'll see. Um so yeah, just I was supposed to be checking on the audio myself. Let me see. I did see the visuals was good, but I can't hear. It's like I can't monitor what y'all are hearing. So I'm hoping you hear everything that I hear. That's the goal. That's the goal. Let me check on. I'm gonna check YouTube because yeah. That's the goal. Let me check on. I'm gonna check YouTube because yeah. All right. So I guess the music is ever so subtle, but it should be good. So we'll see. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm not really gonna play music that much today. I just wanted to have some background stuff because it's weird when I don't. But yeah, so I'm back now. Today we had to do the podcast recording anyway, so I figured today would be. I kind of already have to get on live anyway, so I might as well keep rolling with the momentum. So that's the goal. Yeah, I just want to catch up today, honestly, and I feel like I'm a little behind on like the news of what's going on in the industry right now. So that's kind of what I want to catch up on today. So I did set it to where my desktop audio should be getting shared. So that's the goal. There's a couple things on my watch later, to be honest. I think this Inside Open AI video is already on my watch later. So I might watch that one today. And it was a video. I need to check in on the Senate and House hearings. I was looking at it a little bit earlier during the podcast, and I haven't checked to see if there is a second or like not second but any follow-up hearings. So I'm going to check on that, and then I'm just perusing what's on my list today, because I usually grab videos from here too and put those on my watch later. Look at the AI. Look in the AI ML list. Oh, like Discord. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. It's don't switch. I don't even know what it's using, but there is a bunch of stuff in here that I have to read up on that's been posted. So I'm gonna start here. Yeah, because I wanted to see about the EU lobbying going on. Now I haven't been in the loop on the whole EU rules at all, or really anything like outside of the US. I've been like seeing little tidbits here and there, but I haven't really been in sync on that. So I'm gonna check on that today. Yeah, so I got some plans. I got some plans. So what we'll do is let's go through the AIML channel first. I wanted to see, yes. Okay, thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to go through this. Is there anything else? That's a project. This is interesting to talk about. I want to say anything else that's in here, because to be quite honest, it's probably something in here I haven't read all the way yet. I didn't read this one about what Japan did with AI copywriting. I haven't read that fully, so ooh, I might be on some backtracking in this channel. But it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so I got that on my list. And then we got, let's do, I'm gonna make my cue, and then what I'm about to do is I'm about to let baby boy get out and put him some toys. Um, put his toys down so he can be. Foxy, welcome in. Hello. How have you been doing? How have y'all been doing? Because, like I said, I basically, after the whole baby boy's party weekend, that was like a lot mentally and just in general. And then I was kind of tired. And baby boy has been really interesting with his sleep schedule lately. So basically, you know what? I'll do the catch up after I let him get out. But y'all can see that my baby can walk now. So that's been fun. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You want to play? They ain't trying to flash nobody. Hi, baby. Did you know that I can hear you? I always hear you. I can always hear you. You thought I couldn't hear you? Here, you want to play? Oh, do you need a diaper? Hmm? Do you need a diaper? Okay, you proud of yourself? Oh, here. You following me? That's funny. Here. All right. Dead bad, fell off, had 20 hours of training for work all in 2 weeks. Well, I am glad that the training sounds like it's super productive. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like life be life and for real. And I had fell off for a second. I won't say I fell off. I was being I very intentionally was like, yeah, I need a break. I realized I was so tired. Like, especially after I got past his birthday party. Sometimes, like sometimes you get at a point where it's like, as soon as I get past this thing, then I'll feel relief. But sometimes you realize when you get to that thing, like you just want to collapse. And I was in the collapse phase. Like, so I definitely, I don't know. I feel like I kept hearing preacher like, it's okay to take a break, because I have to tell myself like it's okay to take breaks. I'm that person. So I kept hearing that in my head. I ain't gonna lie. Um and that was helpful, and like, you got to give yourself grace and everything. So um my big thing lately, like I've been saying, is like this is not just a, oh, let's do this, one shot type of situation. It's like a lot of stuff that baby boy can grab. I also realized that, or my goal is that I will be able to find a good rhythm so I can go back to school. And it's other things I have to start incorporating in. It's things that I've been rolling off of as well. So I'm really trying to find like an overall life balance through this challenge. So days that need to be taken off also just means that maybe something is not in balance. Baby, stop. Stop. If the oh no. Hopefully that did not blow y'all eardrums out. But yeah, baby boy is like, he was mad because I told him to stop banging on the computer. He's banging on the tower, so that might end the whole stream. But anyways, yeah, I just felt like okay, I was tired. I needed a rest. At first, I was like listening to or reading research papers and stuff like that, but I still felt like that wasn't it. Like it wasn't nothing wrong with what I was doing, but I noticed like I was a little unfulfilled in how things were going at the time. I didn't feel like I was being productive. I just even though I was like trying to read papers, I was so tired. And it was getting to like the end of the night and I'm laying down and I'm finally getting to like start to read and I still wasn't doing nothing. Like I still was like I was basically half asleep, I'm not really digesting the information or nothing. So that's why I was like, okay. The last day that I did was the 18th. And then I really was only gonna do like a week, but it ended up being a little bit longer. That's okay though. I'm fine with that. So yeah, it's weird. Well, I guess it's not weird. I'm used to I have to figure out the stream chat thing, but it'll be okay. um so yeah, I just want to pop some of these up though. But the other training sounds awesome. In the last few weeks, I mean, I have been running a MVP developer training with my co-founder from Detroit Black Tech slash TrainX. So we've been teaching like how to build MVPs for startups using a no-code tool called Adalo. So that's been nice. Um, and we just finished yesterday, last night, I think was our last session. We did that for 4 weeks. So it's kind of like, I was thinking like, in the interim, I think I was working on that the whole time. And yes, breaks are needed. So we all about that break life too. And it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, 2 weeks is like felt like a lot, but it wasn't like I took 2 weeks off from streaming, but at the same time, to me, it still didn't feel like a lot. It just went quicker than I expected it to. Because I still had other stuff that I was doing. So it's all good. But yeah, this is how many days I haven't done anything on my challenge. And that's okay. But I was like, I felt some type of way about another thing was that I realized day 40 was coming up and I wanted to stop and I was getting my life in order too. Like if y'all notice, I don't need a backdrop today. And that is like a real win for me. Like y'all don't even know. It was a lot of chaos going on behind that backdrop. So I had to get that together. The last thing I have to do is my desk. But I feel pretty good right now. The last thing I have to do is my desk. So you want to get down? Here, go ahead. Baby boy is in a he went into a hardcore like hold me all the time. Ah, if you feel good, then it is. If you do, then it's good. Heck yeah. Before the break or after, I feel good now. I needed it. Yeah, that was the thing. Like I feel like now I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm good. I'm good now. But I used to be that person. I was like, go, go, go all the time, literally never getting a break ever. And that's not cute. Like that is not the life. That's not the life. Let me just say. My connection is a little low. And I really hope y'all wasn't hearing me echoing in the background. It got a little bit better just now. Okay, now it's better. You got the squad having your back. Heck yeah. That's why I'm so appreciative. I'll keep saying it. Like I just was hoping anybody would be down with like trying to do this code challenge because it's hard. It really is hard. Like I feel like if I was back in my, early days of being a developer almost 10 years ago, which is kind of crazy to say too, I would have felt so much like better about this because I used to just be going hard, stand up all night. Like that was a different season of my life. And now I'm definitely at a phase where it's like I need to go to bed, bro. That's how I was feeling like I need to go to bed at like a regular hour. Cause y'all know it started to get late. I was like, I need to go to bed at like a regular hour so that I can get up at a regular hour because I'm gonna be up regardless. I wish I knew why the connection was unstable. I blame uh I blame Comcast, Xfinity, whatever they want to call themselves nowadays. Because I'm literally on a hardwired connection. Baby, stop. Being good and consistent, don't mind outputting energy to support or aid from y'all. And for the rest of the school stuff, paper stuff, let me know free times. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting ready to go back to school. It's a couple more things I gotta do for that, which is a whole nother thing. But I guess it's so weird. I was thinking about this. So I'm like, I'm gonna pause this one. I'm gonna put the little I'm put one of these StreamYard tracks on. Which one was I supposed to put there? It's moody. Super moody. I don't want to put the lo-fi one on because I always use that to open the I always use that to open the streams. What about this one? I think I liked this one. Okay, this is like talking music, right? But yeah, I was thinking about this the other day and I was like I was saying, obviously I'm not at the same place I was when I first started, like life wise, age wise, goal wise. And I used to do like all-nighters all the time and stuff like that, but I just can't live that life no more. But I also was thinking about how this is a good time to talk about it because this is something that Preacher had posted this a while ago and I thought this was interesting and then somebody brought it back up the other day. Teach yourself to code in 10 years. And I think I was reading it and I was like, this is where I am right now. I did want to talk about this too because I feel like I want to make a whole talk about this, baby. Please. Can I have that? Come on. Come on. Come over here. Baby. Baby. Bring your butt over here. My son is obsessed with this cup. It's mine, but I mean, his name also starts with a J, so. Okay, but anyways, yeah, this idea of like teach yourself programming in 10 years. Um I know there's a lot that plays into the idea of like, hey, learn something quick, fast, and in a hurry. Whether it's for me originally, I was super interested. It started out as like, I'm so interested. I just want to learn about this all the time. And then it transitioned to, I need to like support myself financially. And college is like not working out the way it's supposed to in order for me to like get a career. And then it transitioned to, I have to learn this thing for this new project, for this new client, for this new feature, right? Which is like a lot of the years I've been through recently. And now I will say this. I've been wanting to get into AI for so long, and now that it's like everybody's talking about it, I can't lie, I feel behind. I do. Even though I keep telling myself I know realistically like I'm not behind. And this is a lifelong thing, but it's like it's still hard to feel behind when it's like I know I've been wanting to do this for like at least 5 years, 6 years. And in 5 or 6 years I could have done a lot, but I had other things that, I was focused on. And so I do feel behind. And even with the 100 days, it's like I can honestly say I am trying to transition, right? But I'm trying to keep myself more in that long-term mindset again. And even going back to school is probably the main thing that is giving me more of the long-term mindset, because thinking about like getting a PhD is like basically the transition of finishing a degree, probably getting an interim degree, and then proceeding on to the actual degree I want. That puts my brain back into that like long-term mindset. I think that's helpful, but it's like it's hard because this all people be talking about. Learn this overnight, that overnight. Even the course that I was taking, or that I am taking, Fast AI, it's like everything has to be done like immediately nowadays, and it's hard to get out of that mindset and get back to like it's a lifelong journey and not feeling behind about everything in life. So I thought that this was helpful because I was reading through this again and I was just remembering like the other quote that came to me was, I don't even know what the quote is, but or whose quote it was. I just know I heard recently where it was like, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, right? Like, and that's the idea that a lot of the people who you feel like, oh, they just blew up overnight, and you find out like, no, they've been doing this for a while. Like they might have like come into, they might got popular really quickly, but the actual skill or whatever it is that they became known for is not something that they just started doing yesterday. It's definitely something that took time. I don't even know where he got that bottle from. He threw it out his crib earlier. But yeah, I hope we can get, I don't know if we'll ever get back to this. I hope we can, as a society, like get back to it being normal to take time to develop things. But yeah, so anyways, I thought that this was like probably the biggest takeaway. as far as the different resources I've been looking at lately, this is like the one that has really stuck out the most to me. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is the mindset I just have to keep reminding myself of. And it's okay. It's okay. So it's nothing wrong with like doing something and, quick, quick and dirty, quick, fast and easy. But, a lot of the things that we are pursuing is really long-term commitments, and it's not going to happen overnight. So even with the breaks, it's like I'm not stressing myself out about 10 days if I still finish my 100 days. And I'm not stressing myself out about 100 days over the course of 1,000 days. Like, I have other things that I value as well besides just, meeting certain quotas, so to speak. So that's my little soapbox. But 10 minutes in a day and call it a day. And then different stuff out of the days. Yeah. So that's why I was like, today, I just want to reset, get myself together, reset. And I will probably just do my log after we get done, which is like I only always do my logs first because I usually do my logs first because I was like, it's the end of the night and I be wanting to get my little contribution on the graph or whatever. But I will say this, I felt like, okay, I did 40 days basically. I did miss one day in there towards the end, but like I did my first 40. So 60 don't seem that difficult to me, you know what I mean, versus 100. Just like now it's like, okay, 60 more. So I did want to feel like I had the energy to come back and like do a sprint of 60 days, which I was like, my goal right now is to finish by the end of August. And that's perfect timing. Actually, July and August give me July and August are both 31 day months, so they give me like an extra day each month. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna go based off of that. So let's go to the news. Because I really want to catch up. I know it's been a lot of stuff going on. It's been a lot. This boy just having a ball. It's been a lot of open source models being introduced as well, and I really been wanting to get into that. It's crazy. I'm not in streamer mode. I'm not in streaming mode. Let me see if I can put it in streaming mode. Okay, so now I'm in streaming mode. I'm not using my like software on my computer right now, so that's why it automatically puts me in stream mode. But yeah, I really think that article was a good one. So, and then Peter Norvig I really want to see what else he has going on this site, but let's see, Control 0. It's crazy because like this is so old school. Like, just here's a bunch of links, bro. Like, but I remember when I was first starting to learn about AI, Peter Norvig and who's the guy who does deep learning.ai? Peter Ing, maybe. Am I making that up? But yeah, the whole like idea of like a 10-minute session sometimes, I feel like even that is a little hard because with 100 days of code, technically the whole goal is an hour a day. This boy. So it's kind of like stressful to Peter Ing. I feel like Andrew. I'm like his name is not Peter. That's my bad though. Andrew Ng. I can see their faces, but yeah, Andrew Ng and Peter Norvig were like two of the main people I was following back when I first started. So it was funny to me that it was his article in particular that was kind of like getting me together. It's interesting because it's like, does he have a link to the main blogs or no? I don't know. But anywho, I want to kind of browse through some of the other stuff he has on his page. All right, so let's go to Discord. Don't subscribe to the hour a day model. Okay, I get behind that. A 100-meter sprinter days are shorter than 1 minute of sprints in a day. A class can be 50 minutes, 3 hours, or 8 hours. Okay. I feel like this is some real bombs right now. Yeah. But I mean, I agree. It's just mental. Like, it's like in theory, I understand a lot of the things that I'm trying to get myself to start to live out. Where do you even find it? I find it amazing how quiet a kid can be sitting right next to you. But yeah, it's a lot. It's like in theory it makes sense, but it's still hard to feel good with that transition because like I said, I'm like a go 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 type of person, and that's always been fine. But I'm in a transition period where I have new values in life that has to actually fit into how I live my life as well, because I can't just like pull an all-nighter and then stay sleep all day because baby boy don't care about none of that. So I always used to be able to have like a more flexible sleep schedule to some extent, and then it just isn't motivating to me anymore. That's the big thing. Like, and this is another thing I was listening to recently, on this other podcast that I've been following, where she has said something to the effect of, and I don't think I've heard it described this way before, but like, that, or a lot of times people do know that when they are trying to reach a goal, you need a why behind your goal, right? That's your motivator. To me, I always say like my North Star. That's kind of how I always looked at it. I realized like, okay, I do good on accomplishing something if I have a North Star. But my motivators have changed over the years. And I think that sometimes it's true that you can have a different motivation, or maybe the motivation that you used to have just isn't there anymore. But she was talking about like your motivation can change, and I think that that's something that a lot of people don't ever really say. It's like, okay, I'm going after this goal, and maybe the motivation I had for it, it doesn't do it for me anymore. It doesn't keep pushing me forward like it used to. And in most cases, people are like, okay, that means you don't want to do that thing anymore. And it's like, no, that's not necessarily true. You might actually still have the motivation for it or still want to do it, but it's like your motivation can change. And I think I'm at that point. Like, there is some things that I want to do. My motivation has changed. There's some things I haven't done for a while that I didn't want to do. And now I finally want to do them again because my motivation has changed. So, it's like, it's just hard for me because I'm like, I'm kind of battling like my natural tendencies just so I can start to move into a different space in life. Adjust to your surroundings. Yeah. So even the idea of surroundings, that has been really crucial to me because I can't even lie. Like I said, behind that little backdrop that I was using, it was just like I had so much stuff going on back here. Like, this area is a very multi-purpose area, and it was not in the right type of space for me to be like at peace. So I had to get that together because it was always my goal. And now, and you will know, like, maybe a little while back, I actually had, like, a couple times I did stream without my backdrop, especially during the day. When I was streaming during the day, I was streaming without my backdrop, but I had to have my backdrop up because it was just too much going on. And but it was annoying. Like, I did not want that to be the case. Like, I want to make it as easy as possible for me to go live. I want to make it as easy as possible for me to get work done, and especially going live, especially being able to record stuff like that. So my goal is that I could just sit down at my computer and just go. And even having to like pull that screen out every time I do all this and do all that, and then I'm stepping over it, like, no, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm stepping over stuff all the time, like, no. And then you end up aggravated by the time you even start. Like, it's just like, ain't nobody trying to live that life. Dang, my ice melted already. That's crazy. But I appreciate the community because, we are holding each other down right now. And the goal, like I said, my goal, because today is day 40, and so I got a little wiggle room. I probably only got about 4 more days of wiggle room, but I want to finish 100 days by the end of August. It's so light tasting right now. It's funny because I feel like I'm at this point where I'm trying to see how far back I want to go with this. Let's look into this. I'm just gonna go through the whole channel because there's some stuff in here I haven't been able to like look at. But I'm at a point where I don't even know where I was going with that. But yeah, I just want to be able to make things as easy as possible because it's already gonna be a lot of difficult stuff going on. Oh, I was saying I'm at a point where I have another round of teaching to do starting on Sunday, and we just finished the MVP developer program, but we're about to start our we have a founder program, right? So the training that we did is for developers to be able to possibly work with founders, but I, as a developer, usually work with founders, and we are going to have another round of that program starting this month in July. So I kind of feel like how I was. I did this a couple months ago. It was like I was on a sprint for like a month or two. And I think I'm gonna try it that way. I was thinking about that, like the idea of sprints. So I think if I could just do 2 months, dedicated 2 months, I'll be good. Now, this was the AI content detector. They have a space for it, but it's like, Oh, here's a well. I was hoping there would be like a little more informational type. Okay, but this was about detecting GPT-3 maybe in particular generated content. So I hadn't really looked into it, but I did want to see how some of these models and stuff are like the training is going. I should log in, shouldn't I? Okay. Can I go back here but also be logged in? Yes. Three goals you want to finish by the end of August. All right, so we got a milestone. We got a milestone. And I can't lie. Even though there's something magical to the whole like doing 100 days in sequence, it's so much less pressure when I already missed, like once I already lost my streak the first time. Now it's like, okay, it's not as much pressure built up on on that, because the pressure only heightens as you get closer to the end of the challenge. So I feel like a little bit of a relief there if you can make a positive out of a negative. This boy is so funny. I'm gonna have to change his diaper too. ChatGPT content detector. Okay, so this person has a couple. Oh, from PDF. So put a PDF in. Okay. I like the idea that people are doing more, like we keep talking about how bad AI can be, and it's like it's positive things, like almost everything that you could do negative with it, you could also do positive with it type of thing. Like, I don't want to say that's a fact, but mentally I feel like that. Staying on track with weekly, monthly, and then weekly and monthly challenges. So I still have I will get them on the screen because I'm using like I said, I'm using a different program today. So I had just kind of put this together last minute, but I am going to get my goals back up on the screen, and I might reevaluate my goals, but I think my goals are still pretty good, but I could use some benchmarks or milestones. Can you stop? Silly butt. Okay, let's go back to the channel. I'm so hungry too, so I'm gonna eat after we finish the news in the channel, probably, since it's kind of like I'm not like quickly jumping through this stuff. I still haven't experimented with an AI like coding assistant tool, so I think I will try that soon. Stop. I wanted to see how that would feel to me. Okay, let's read this one. I already know one of these stories. Like some of these stories being like paywall articles, so that kind of sucks, but can you stop? All right. Okay. A regional Oh, I remember this one. Okay. The mayor that was suing because of ChatGPT making false claims about him. Then it's funny because I was listening to this conversation or this video recently, and somebody was talking about defamation and how sometimes with defamation lawsuits you also have to prove like malicious intent, and then y'all know I get on my soapbox about a lot of stuff when it comes to how much to the fact that we're getting mad at the AI for learning from false sources as well. But then this is a little bit different because sometimes people have like the same name. So, I think the AI can like kind of be confused between multiple people having the same name and then like giving misinformation that way as well. So there's nuances to it, but I wonder how this ended up going. Can I read this? Stop. Wanna go play? Australian mayor readies world's first defamation lawsuit. Ow. What is this? Saw the Patrick Baxton where they took Patrick's star voice break my heart. I have not seen that. If you have a link, can you please post it? And give me here, I'm gonna leave this right here for a second. Give me a quick minute to change his diaper. Nope. Don't touch that. It's dirty. Stop. It's funny. Stop.
Be careful. That hurt. Here.
Right, I'm almost done. All right. I had a whole exploded diaper, but it's all good. Oh, Lordy Lord. Babies are fun. I'm not even saying that to be sarcastic either. That whole diaper was like, uh uh, uh. So I don't deviate. But anywho, I feel a little better now. I knew I had to change his diaper anyway, but dang, that mug just exploded on me. Okay, hold on. AI art. Let's go to that channel. Oh no. I already know where this is going. I already know where this is going. Oh god. Okay, record. Hold on. Let me get to the I'm gonna have to turn the music off. Um I might be able to play it straight from here.
One break my heart, say you love me again. I knew it hurt. God walked up the door and walked out of my life. I lost in tears. I cried the minute midnight. One break my heart. But we must talk over me. That gets me love me. We gonna die. But neither you are
What the fuck? This is like the best thing about AI, bro. Like people with this sleeping on this whole era. What happened? How come every time I try to maximize it, it don't? It's something about maximizing these that just like don't work out for me. Oh my god. Why is this a thing?
One break my heart, say you love me again. I knew it hurt. God walked up the door and walked out of my life. I lost in tears. I cried the minute midnight. One break my heart. But we must talk over me.
It's the breathe. It's the breathing in between. Like why? Just why? Just why? Like why? Why? Who was like, you know what? Tony Braxton need this. It's an AI quiet storm. Hold on, pause. Stop, baby. TikTok. Well, I was about to put TikTok.ai, bro. What is wrong with me? Then we got Luther Vandross. Oh no. Oh no.
Wow,
Hold
200,
on, hold on, hold on,
22,
hold on, hold
огонь!
on. Be quiet. No, no,
Wow,
no, no. Hold on,
200,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Sheesh. AI quiet storm. I'm also wondering why was my whole homepage in another language. Oh, this is a part 2. Oh no. So I so the thing is we used to have something called the Quiet Storm. Um Detroit radio, like late at night, the Quiet Storm. Um can you stop? My I got a whole eyelash in my eye from that. Okay, let's watch the Luther Vandross one. What is this? Why is this happening to us? Oh God. Okay, let's see.
You're gonna be well, 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 well. Still in love, so in love, still in love with you. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be still in love.
Patrick got the runs. Oh my God. Somebody help me, please. This is the day that I decided to wear eyeliner again. Oh my God. Why is this happening? Okay, hold on. We gotta go back because it was more like this a whole account that I'm supposed to be following. Um uh never too much. Oh no. Love TKO.
See, I try to hold on, my faith is gold. It's just another saying song. But I think I better let it go. Let it go, cause it looks like a man TKO.
He cannot hit the
I
note.
think I better let it go. If I know it was lovely, yeah. Looks like another love TKO. I couldn't stand this painless loca.
Dog,
Let it go.
why Pathway so dry?
Oh, man.
He still got
Looks like
COVID.
another TKO. Well, sometimes I just feel like I wanna say, cause it looks like another love TKO. See, I try to hold on, my faith is gold. It's just another saying song. But I think I better let it go. Cause it looks like
Okay,
another
this
TKO.
is like by far the best thing I ever experienced. Not a lot can top that. Thank you for making sure that I was able to be exposed to this. This is that unbreak my heart is something special though. Apparently he has a range. Patrick actually has a range. That's what's interesting. His voice is not really doing well at certain octaves, but that's natural, you know. We can expect more of AI than we can expect of ourselves. Oh God. Okay, let's I don't even know how to follow that up, honestly. I don't remember which one of these was playing. That sounds so fun though. I want to do something like that. Just, somebody said he needed some water at the end. Yeah. It's not enough retweets on this at all. Oh gosh. Okay. That was something. That was something. Um what kind of mashups do I want to hear? See, I gotta think about that now. Now I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and think about a random ass character singing a random ass song. Let's go back to the news. Okay, so we were reading about this one. Do I got the tab open still? Now I don't got like the shortcut lifestyle on deck on my on my Windows machine. Ooh wee. Okay, chat. um So, a regional Australian mayor said he may sue OpenAI. All right. So, a regional Australian mayor said he may sue OpenAI if it does not correct ChatGPT's false claims that he had served time in prison for bribery in what would be the first defamation lawsuit against the automated text service. Brian Hood, who was elected mayor of Hepburnshire. I think I did read this, but I'll read it again. He was elected mayor of Hepburnshire, 120 kilometers northwest of Melbourne last November. Became concerned about his reputation when members of the public told him ChatGPT had falsely named him as a guilty party in a foreign bribery scandal involving a subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of Australia in the early 2000s. Hood did work for the subsidiary, but was the person who notified authorities about payment of bribes to foreign officials to win currency printing contracts and was never charged with a crime. Lawyers said they sent a letter to ChatGPT owner OpenAI and they gave them 28 days to fix the errors about their client or face a possible defamation lawsuit. Yeah, I'm not sure AI models work that way. How did that excuse me, how did that go? I feel like my throat dry like Patrick's. Baby, stop. If Hood sues, it would be the first time a person sued the owner of ChatGPT for claims made by the automated language product. Wait, so did anything? I don't see like follow up on that. Imagine sending this defamation email through Hotmail. Look, people still use Hotmail. Is Hotmail still a thing? Because I feel like I have seen Hotmail email addresses in 2022. Outlook. How to sign into Hotmail. That's crazy. So do they still let people use Hotmail emails? Yeah. Okay. So somebody has a what did OpenAI do this week Substack. Let's see what else is in here. I keep flipping to like the wrong section. Okay. The idea of sending the sending the lawsuit through like a Hotmail reminds me of who was it? I remember it was a story about one company paying another company in pennies or nickels or something like that. Hi. I can't remember who did that. It was a company. It was definitely this boy is very funny. I can only look at you, even though you're not looking at me. Okay, here, let me close some tabs. Um, see, company pays in nickels. I think it was nickels or nickels and dimes. No, Samsung did not try to pay Apple its $1 billion fine in nickels. Samsung pays Apple $1 billion. That must have been the story. But apparently maybe that was not a real story. But I remember that being a thing people was talking about. That's what that reminds me of. All right, what else we got? Where is it? I keep trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be clicking. Oh, let's look at the takeaways from the Stanford report. It's annoying because my windows keep opening somewhere different. Let's do it like this, so maybe this will stop struggling. Put that right there. Then go get this other one. Put that right there. Don't need that, don't need that. Okay. Thank you. Did they summarize it in this article? Okay. Writing a report on the state of AI must feel a lot like building on shifting sands. Yes. I'm gonna open this report and I'll probably end up putting this on the Notion board. Apparently, I have to look at baby boy. The AI index worked with experts from academia and private. This boy about to take a whole G Fuel to the top of the computer tower. All right. The takeaways from Stanford's 386 page report on the state of AI, which this was back in April. Writing a report on the state of AI must feel a lot like building on shifting sands. By the time you hit publish, the whole industry has changed under your feet. Literally life right now. But there are still important trends and takeaways in Stanford's 386 page bid to summarize this complex and fast moving domain. The AI Index from the Institute of Human Centered Artificial Intelligence works with experts from academia and private industry to collect information and predictions on the matter. As a yearly effort, and by the size of it, you can bet they're already hard at work laying out the next one. This may not be the freshest take on AI, but these periodic broad surveys are important to keep one's finger on the pulse of industry. This year's report includes new analysis on foundation models, including their geopolitics. Yeah, including their geopolitics and training costs, the environmental impact of AI systems, which we definitely need to be talking about. Stop. I think my 1-year old knows a lot more about life than That's like he know I'm talking to the microphone, even though hypothetically he don't know that. As a yearly effort, and by the size of it, you can bet they're already hard at work laying out the next one. This may not be the freshest take on AI, but these periodic broad surveys are important to keep one's finger on the pulse of industry. This year's report includes new analysis on foundation models, including their geopolitics and training costs, the environmental impact of AI systems, K 12 AI education, and public opinion trends in AI, plus a look at policy in 100 new countries. Let us just bullet the high level takeaways. Okay. AI development has flipped over the last decade from academia led to industry led by a large margin, and this shows no signs of changing. It's becoming difficult to test models on traditional benchmarks, and a new paradigm may be needed here. The energy footprint of AI training and use is becoming considerable, but we have yet to see how it may add efficiencies elsewhere. The number of AI incidents and controversies has increased by a factor of 26 since 2012, which actually seems a bit low. AI related skills and job postings are increasing, but not as fast as you'd think. Policymakers, however, are falling over themselves trying to write a definitive AI bill, a fool's errand if there ever was one. Wow, that's interesting. I don't know that I agree with that sentiment, but I do think yes that the urgency is there. But I mean, to say it's a fool's errand, I mean, it has to be done, bro. Like maybe the fact of it being definitive is the foolish part, but better than nothing. Way better than not having anything at all. Like this is not like a thing we can just be like, let's just hope for the best. No, no, no. We're not gonna do that. Investment has temporarily stalled, but that's after an astronomical increase over the last decade. More than 70% of Chinese, Saudi, and Indian respondents felt AI had more benefits than drawbacks. Americans, 35%. But the report goes into detail on many topics and subtopics and is quite readable and non technical. Only the dedicated will read all 386 pages of analysis, but really, just about any motivated body could. Let's take a look at chapter 3, technical AI ethics, in a bit more detail. I'm about to download this on my iPad. I ain't even gonna lie. Cause stop. This is something that I should finish. That's just my personal opinion. I think it's in my in my wheelhouse. And it's if it's not super technical as well, it should just be like a okay, I can pause and read it throughout the day and stuff. Also, I don't know if I think this might have happened. Maybe it happened since I got back, but I got my iPad fixed, man. That is just like, well, I got a replacement one because back when I went to the Plural Site event, I think it was like April, probably April. I coffee leaked into my backpack and my iPad, which was brand new, got coffee all inside of it, and it was still working, but the charger port stopped working, so it I couldn't use it anymore. And I finally had got it replaced. So that was nice because while I was on, even though I wasn't streaming for a minute, I was still doing my 100 days of code. I was doing like a lot of reading on my iPad. It's like simple to to manage reading like papers and stuff on an iPad, especially if I'm like rocking baby boy to sleep or something. All right. Um Let's take a look at Chapter 3, Technical AI Ethics, in a bit more detail. Bias and toxicity are hard to reduce to metrics, but as far as we can define and test models for these things, it's clear. Excuse me. It's clear that unfiltered models are much, much easier to lead into problematic territory. Instruction tuning, which is to say adding a layer of extra prep, such as a hidden prompt, or passing the model's output through a second mediator model, is effective at improving this issue, but is far from perfect. The increase in AI incidents and controversies alluded to in the bullets is best illustrated by this diagram. As you can see, the trend is upward, and these numbers came before the mainstream adoption of ChatGPT and other large language models, not to mention the vast improvement in image generators. You can be sure that the 26x increase is just the start. Yeah. So we got to be on the lookout for this report next year. Also, while I'm at it, let's see. Open this back up because this is the human centered artificial intelligence site. The fun is never done. Okay, so what is up with my eyelash? It's getting on my nerves. Okay, I don't know. It's just gonna be like that, I guess. What else? So about index research. People. Why do I have to ask to see more? Like, y'all really should have just loaded up the whole damn thing. Like, okay, thank you. Um, a freelance researcher, huh? Is that the thing? I mean, apparently it is. And why did freelance researcher take me to an ad about training AI? Okay, apparently that's the thing. Um, just curious about the folks. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the only person who does this. Like sometimes you like want to look at a job posting or something, and then you go and look at the team, and then you're like, it's no black people. We have a one representative. So computer science students, masters, freelance researcher, data scientist, Hugging Face, Stanford research associate, index manager, managing director, emeritus professor. Okay. I mean, it's a Stanford based group. All right. So, anyways, writing a report on the state of AI must feel a lot like. Oh, wow. My bad, John. My bad. What else is in here? I don't know why I went back to the top of the page. Like, how did it work? Let's see. Okay. Making models more fair or unbiased in one way may have unexpected consequences in other metrics, as this diagram shows. The fairness and bias trade off. Yeah, I mean, like, models don't have to be generic. That's the problem. I mean, okay, I'm overstating, but like, that's the problem, right? Models, people are not all the same, but yet, with NLP, for example, we're like starting to introduce these like very generic models. So, of course, once you introduce like more fairness into a model, that's going to make it harder to be specific. But that also means the real opportunity is in the specificity, which I think is kind of what has it, like, it reminds me of what they were recommending in the state of AI, where they were like, well, you should take the like get a really 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 generic language model and then customize that or fine tune that so I can get a model that just knows like how to actually, talk. And then I can customize it to like a specific use case, not just everybody. Every model is good for everything. Like, no. So technically, you can be considered a freelance researcher. Yeah, like that's interesting because I never heard anybody describe themselves in that way, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense. All right. As the report notes, language models which perform better on certain fairness benchmarks tend to have worse gender bias. Why? It's hard to say, but it just goes to show that optimization is not as simple as everyone hopes. There is no simple solution to improving these large models, partly because we don't really understand how they work. I had this funny situation with ChatGPT where I was like describing, I described I can't remember. It was some kind of social account, like social media handle that I wanted it to give me ideas for. And I just described what it was going to be about. And then it just started giving me all these handles that like said man. Like it had like all these different iterations of like man. And it was literally nothing that I said that should have been. Here, let me see if I can bring it up. Because it was literally nothing that I said that should have been like that it should have just been assuming some type of male or even female. It just and it didn't give me a variety. It was one single solitary option. Let me see. Is it this one? Mm-mm. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Stop, baby. Stop. 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 Okay, here you go. I got it. I don't don't be trying to reveal certain stuff, not because I got weird stuff in my chest, but um, I be having stuff that I'm working on. I said suggest a list of social media handles for a solo artist that does one person band covers. Something like I am the band, but likely to be available to use. I will post video covers of myself covering all parts of a song, including vocals, guitar, keyboard, and drums, right? So I want to see what they would come up with. And here are the suggestions. You got one band show, soul music man, solo cover maestro, multi talent solo, all parts covered, one person band, full spectrum music, singular sound man, solo band master, and the one man jam. It's like, I'm like, I'm not a man. Then they're like, of course, it's a language model. So it's like, I'm sorry about the assumption. Here's some gender neutral suggestions. And it's like, what? Like, I don't know. It was just interesting to me. It's like, I don't get upset more so. I'm just very curious what makes it default like that. And then, I mean, obviously, it's trained on data sets from the internet, but then it's still interesting to me because it's like, are there more male artists than female artists, like social media accounts? Like what lead? Like I couldn't really rationalize in my head what would lead in one way or the other. I don't know. It's interesting because it's like, yeah, it's generic and it's based off of broader society, whatever it has ingested from broader society, but then it's still kind of like, so am I more likely to find male like social media accounts than female accounts or something? I don't know. So, anyways, I like just kind of I've been seeing that, but then I actually tried to ask the model like, what makes you think? What makes you go for that? And it's just like, it just completely subverts the whole topic at that point. It's like, my bad, but I'm just a model. Like you didn't say you was just a model when you was giving me ideas, but then as soon as I'm like, how come you only gave me ideas with the man name man in it? It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Let's talk about something else. Okay. So that's interesting, but I don't know if other people experience that. Um so okay, we read this part. Fact checking is one of the it's one of those domains that sounds like a natural fit for AI. Having indexed much of the web, it can evaluate statements and return the confidence that they are supported by truthful sources and so on. No, because the internet got so much bad stuff, bad information. The internet is the home of bad information. This is very far from the case. AI actually is particularly bad at evaluating factuality, and the risk is not so much that they will be unreliable checkers, but that they will themselves become powerful sources of convincing misinformation. A number of studies and data sets have been created to test and improve AI fact checking, but so far we are still more or less where we started. Fortunately, there's a large uptick in interest here for the obvious reason that if people feel they can't trust AI, the whole industry is set back. There's been a tremendous increase in submissions at the ACM conference on fairness, accountability, and transparency, and at NeurIPS. Is that NeurIPS? Issues like fairness, privacy, and interpretability are getting more attention and stage time. Abril. Mayo. Julio. Mm-mm-mm. Um, ow, baby. Ow, baby. I see you. What are you trying to do? Stop. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All right. These highlights have a lot of detail on the table. Leave a lot of detail on the table. The HAI team has done a great job of organizing the content. However, and after perusing the high level stuff here, you can download the full paper and get deeper insight. Okay, so this is the same page, right? They had like the chapters outlined. All right, I'm not about to sit here and wait for that to load. Let's see what else is in here that's interesting that I should read absolutely today. It's like really annoying that my eye. Okay. What is going on? I don't know what that is. I'm just going. I was gonna not turn that back on because that was kind of disturbing. I read this. I posted that. I posted that. Okay, what's on this thread? Report of a teacher who seems to think running portions of a student's essay through ChatGPT will allow ChatGPT to tell them if the AI wrote the paper. ChatGPT lies and will just give you an answer that may not be true. Obviously, because I mean, not obviously, obviously, it wasn't obvious. But yeah, okay. Let's see what else. Scientists use AI to discover a new antibiotic. It's really annoying when it does that. Let's close, download, save, close, close everything, bro. Close it all. I didn't even mean to close that one. Uh, close this. Hello. Mm-mm, mm. Okay. Scientists use AI to discover new antibiotic to treat deadly superbug. This boy is sleepy. He don't want to go to sleep though. Stop. Want to play with your toys? Hmm. Beauty of having a mic on an arm. Scientists using artificial intelligence have discovered a new antibiotic that can kill a deadly superbug. According to a new study published on Thursday, a group of scientists from McMaster University and MIT have discovered a new antibiotic that can be used to kill a deadly hospital superbug. The superbug in question is something I'm not going to try to pronounce, which the World Health Organization has classified as a critical threat amongst its priority pathogens. According to the World Health Organization, the bacteria have built abilities to find new ways to resist treatment and can pass along genetic material that allows other bacteria to become drug resistant as well. Wow. Um, Balmani Balmani poses a threat to hospitals, nursing homes, and patients who require ventilators and blood catheters, as well as those who have open wounds from surgeries. Bacteria may live for prolonged periods of time on environmental surfaces and shared equipment and can often be spread through contaminated hands. In addition to blood infections, Balmani can cause infections in urinary tracts and lungs. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the bacteria can also colonize or live in a patient without causing infections or symptoms. Thursday's study revealed that researchers used an AI algorithm to screen thousands of antibacterial models in an attempt to predict new structural classes. As a result of the AI screening, researchers were able to identify a new bacterial compound, which they named abaucin. I ain't no doctor, y'all, so I don't know how to pronounce these different scientific terms, but sounds about right. We had a whole bunch of data that was just telling us which chemicals were able to kill a bunch of bacteria and which ones weren't. My job was to train this model, and all that this model is going to be doing is telling us essentially if new molecules will have antibacterial properties or not. Then basically through that, we're able to just increase the efficiency of the drug discovery pipeline and hone in all the molecules that we really want to care about. After scientists trained the AI model, they used it to analyze. Here, this might be their article or research. 6,680 compounds were analyzed that had previously not that it had previously not encountered. The analysis took an hour and a half. An hour and a half compared to how much time it would have taken. All right. The analysis took an hour and a half and ended up producing several hundred compounds, 240 of which were tested in the lab. Lab testing ultimately revealed 9 potential antibiotics, including abaucin. Okay. The scientists then tested the new molecule against abami in a wound infection model in mice and found the molecule suppressed the infection. This work validates the benefits of machine learning in the search for new antibiotics, said Jonathan Stokes, an assistant professor at McMaster University's Department of Biomedicine and Biochemistry, who helped lead the study. Using AI, we can rapidly explore vast regions of chemical space, significantly increasing the chances of discovering fundamentally new antibacterial molecules. We know broad spectrum antibiotics are suboptimal. We know broad spectrum antibiotics are suboptimal and that pathogens have the ability to evolve and adjust to every trick that we throw at them. AI methods affords us the opportunity to vastly increase the rate at which we discover new antibiotics, and we can do it at a reduced cost. This is an important avenue of exploration for new antibiotic drugs. Okay. Okay, that was the end of that one. Okay, I'm up to May now. Introducing Paragraphica. Oh, yeah, this was weird to me. A camera that takes photos using location data. It describes the place you are at and then converts it into an AI generated photo. But it was kind of like they got a camera and it's like if if I can already if I'm at a location and I already have the ability to physically take a picture, why would I want an AI generated picture of a place I actually went to? I could see like an AI generated picture of a place that you're not, currently in, but the physical camera to me was like, huh? But that's just me. But hey, people's projects, they can do what they want to do. Stop. Stop. I'll play with your toys. All right. Okay, this was about AI copyright. Okay, this is the Japan. Uh, Japan goes all in on copyright data. Oh, Japan goes all in. Copyright data doesn't Copyright doesn't apply to AI training. Why did I keep saying data? I just see a D right here and the A and the T, I guess. Data. Okay. In a surprising move, Japan's government recently reaffirmed that it will not enforce copyrights on data used in AI training. The policy allows AI to use any data regardless of whether it is for nonprofit or commercial purposes, whether it is an act other than reproduction, or whether it is content obtained from illegal sites or otherwise. This is my thing right here. Yo, copyright material is on an illegal site and you blaming the AI when we really should have been going after those sites. Like we gotta you gotta stop the problem at the source in the first place. Um, it can't be like okay for those sites to be active, but then the information, it's downstream effects. Keiko Nagaoka, Japanese Minister of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, confirmed the bold stance to local meeting, saying that Japan's laws won't protect copyrighted materials using AI data sets. Stop. English language coverage of the situation is sparse. It seems the Japanese government believes copyright worries, particularly those linked to anime and other visual media, have held back the nation's progress in AI technology. In response, Japan is going all in, opting for a no copyright approach to remain competitive. That's interesting. It's really, really strange, but not to see how countries are reacting because of like how they feel they will fit into the global experience overall and not wanting to be behind. This news is part of Japan's ambitious plan to become a leader in AI technology. Rapidus, a local tech firm known for its advanced 2 nanometer chip technology, is stepping into the spotlight as a serious contender in the world of AI chips. With Taiwan's political situation looking unstable, Japanese chip manufacturing could be a safer bet. Japan is also stepping up to help shape the global rules for AI systems within the G7. Artists versus business. Not everyone in Japan is on board with this discussion. Many anime and graphic art creators are concerned that AI could lower the value of their work. But in contrast, the academic and business sectors are pressing the government to use the nation's relaxed data laws to propel Japan to global AI dominance. Despite having the world's third largest economy, Japan's economic growth has been sluggish since the 1990s. Japan has the lowest per capita income in the G7. With the effective implementation of AI, it could potentially boost the nation's GDP by 50% or more in a short time. For Japan, which has been experiencing years of low growth, this is an exciting prospect. Oh, oh, okay, okay. Do, Okay. It's all about the data. Western data access is also key to Japan's AI ambitions. The more high quality training data available, the better the AI model. While Japan boasts a long standing literary tradition, the amount of Japanese language training data is significantly less than the English language resources available in the West. However, Japan is home to a wealth of anime content, which is popular globally. It seems Japan's stance is clear. If the West uses Japanese culture for AI training, Western literary resources should also be available for Japanese AI. Huh, interesting. On a global scale, Japan's move adds a twist to the regulation debate. Current discussions have focused on a rogue nation scenario where a less developed country might disregard a global framework to gain an advantage. But with Japan, we see a different dynamic. The world's third largest economy is saying it won't hinder AI research and development. Plus, it's prepared to leverage this new technology to compete directly with with the West. Just a friendly reminder, countries are going to do what is best for their citizens. US law theoretically is the same on AI training data. If the West is going to if the West is going to appropriate Japanese culture for training data, we really shouldn't be surprised if Japan decides to return the favor. Technomancers.ai, what is this resource? Welcome to the future. It's too late to run away. That's like how I feel like our logic was on the Train X show earlier today. Stop. Okay. Let me see. 2 hours. Oh, you got to that one. I really have been trying to get to this article. We got quite a few more things. Okay. So I have a lot more stuff to catch up on, but at the same time, I'm also hungry, and baby boy is like literally trying to mess with any and everything he can find. So I think I want to wrap it up here for today, but I feel good about getting back into it. That was like it's just so important to me. Um but I don't blame myself for the rest that I needed. So um I'm about to eat because I'm starving. Like literally, my stomach is growling. I should have ate before I started, but it is what it is. But we got 60 more days, so tomorrow is another day. And that's all I can say. I feel like a rapper. Oh man, I can't even rate because I am not like on that type of software, but I appreciate everybody for hanging out. And Preacher and Boxy, y'all are like the squad. So thank you. Thank you. Just thank you. Because I feel like High School Musical. I'm not even gonna save it. I'm not even gonna open it. I'm just gonna copy it and paste it. Come on. I ain't been in this channel in a second, but well, I guess I posted yesterday. So yeah, we are all in this together. And tomorrow we'll see. I honestly will probably keep catching up on news and get on to like I want to kind of like organize my research process, honestly. I think that's like the most important part of my life right now. I did set up a couple things on my iPad, but not too much. So yeah, I will be getting some insight on like recommendations for that. So I appreciate it. All right. Well, everybody have a good afternoon. I mean, I am always in Discord, so I can be found in the Discord. But otherwise, I will see y'all tomorrow.